on Destination Polaris. Get comfy and pull up a seat. We're headed to California for Project X with PRP.
We really are the industry leader. Really excited to see it come together, really excited to take it out on the trails and see how it goes.
Destination Polaris starts right now.
Destination Polaris is presented by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Welcome to Destination Polaris and Project X. We are at the home of PRP Seats in Temecula, California. Beautiful day. These guys are excited about the build. Let's head to the shop, see what they're up to. Jason, how are you, man?
Good, Jared, how's it going, man?
It's great, dude. It's our first time here at PRP.
Yeah, well, it's our first time doing a build at all, so we're pretty excited to get it going.
My first, your first. We're all super pumped. Should we get started?
Absolutely, let's get this thing going.
Let's do it.
We're in Temecula, California. Yep. Kind of the hub of Southern California off-roading. Just north of San Diego County. Right between San Diego and LA. We've been making seats and harnesses and all kinds of things for over 20 years. We have over 24 different models of seats. And just for UTVs and RZRs, we have about 7 different models for those. Between those and the 60 different colors and fabric options, you really can just kind of find something that really fits your style of riding. We got more options, more models, more upgrades than anybody else out there. Each seat has at least 5 different areas to customize. So again, they can pick from over 60 or 70 different color options depending on the part of the seat. They can do embroidery colors, stitch colors. We got upgraded stitching patterns. You can do seat heaters, air lumbar support, all kinds of different options there. And you can choose all that, build it online, see how it looks before you even put it in your cart, and then check out and get it within, ideally 3 to 4 weeks. People want to get that seat just made for them and exactly how they want it. We got our own weld shop here. We got 2 digital cutters. We got a whole sewing department. We do all our own mounting and assembly. Everything's done here in-house. We really are the industry leader. Nobody else makes more models, options, and just sells as many seats as we do. So we chose the RZR Pro XP because it is the latest and greatest. We drove one and it just obviously was just a different feel, a different style of riding, and it just had such a different feel to it, and it is kind of the next big platform. So we wanted to get right on that. A new platform with some new innovation helped us innovate and bring up something new too. So from what we've seen, it handles like nothing else. The handling, just the feel of the machine is so much different than some of the other stuff we've driven. And so when we wanted to get our hands on something new, we definitely wanted to go with the Pro XP. We got wheels and tires, we got suspension, we got a nice stereo system from Rockford, we got a new cage, bed enclosure. We got a lot of stuff to put on it, and we did a lot of painting and wrapping, and so we really tried to make it unique. Our goal was really to make the interior shine because that's where we live. We want it to be eye-catching on the outside, even though we're going all gray. You don't see a lot of that out there, solid gray on the outside, and so we did, the suspension, the springs, everything that you kind of see from the outside. We got a gray color on it, and that just, it works hand in hand with the blue interior to really help it pop and shine. It's our color, man. Blue is just, it's been the PRP blue, and there was no other option really when we were thinking about doing a build. It's got to be PRP blue in there somewhere.
It's much easier.
It's like we planned. Wish you guys were tall like me.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We've never done a shop build before. Never really done a full-on build where we just changed everything and did as much as we could to it, and had a lot of fun with it too, and had fun with the concept and fun with the parts and the pieces and stuff. So I'm real excited to kind of get it all together and take it out. We got the marketing team, yeah. So it's taken probably twice as long as it could have taken, but we figured it out. It's all right.
So the guys have a little more work tearing apart the rest of the machine, and when we come back, we're gonna get started on building our PRP build. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications. Walton's, everything but the meat. Polaris Lubricants, the only oil developed with and for your Polaris engine. And by Full Throttle Battery, the one that works.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. You can see we got a jump start here on our RZR, but now it's time for the big stuff. And we're gonna start first with HCR.
Suspension with the HCR, we just know that they're the toughest and the most rugged out there.
We build suspension. In my opinion, we build the best in the business. So this is our Pro XP Elite Long Travel Kit. Our Elite series is the one with all the holes in it. It's basically the same as our Dual Sport, just lighter weight. On the Pro XP, we were able to get the weight down to pretty much the exact same as stock, so there's just no added weight there. On top of that, we were able to get some extra clearance, extra 1.25 inches in the front, 3 inches in the back, and then push it also 4 inches wider per side so you get that stance and you keep your planet on the ground. The box style is our bread and butter. Also with these Elites, you can see, you know, we kind of spice it up a little bit and make it look pretty cool as well. It's looking good. I love the colors. I love how it's turned out so far from what I've seen. It's going to be a sweet car. The Pro XP is a perfect platform to do it on too.
Oh, it looks great, man. We got it powder coated the same gray as the paint and the cage and everything. I just love how tough it looks, how beefy it is. And then with all the holes to lighten it up, I mean, it's a really cool look, and I think it really adds to the whole overall look of the way the angles are on the car and everything too. It really matches well. Shock therapy, they gave us a little bit beefier springs here as well. We got those powder coated to match, and I really can't wait just to see how this whole thing rides. It's gonna be awesome. Wheels and tires, Method and their tire company Tensor. So the Method wheels, we kind of wanted to go a little different. Everybody likes to powder coat their wheels and make them all the color of the build, and that looks cool, but we went and just kept them machined and kept them natural and wanted them to sort of shine on their own. And then the tires are the Tensor tires. We found that they're one of the best tires as far as longevity. The cage is done by Madigan Motorsports, and we have a bed enclosure as well, and a front bumper. So all that's Madigan. They're actually here in town with us in Temecula. They do a lot of cool stuff and are really hitting their stride and growing pretty big, and we like the style. They kind of have some cool style stuff.
You guys ready? Yeah. All right. I'm glad I chose the side with the tall guy. Right? Yeah, I didn't have to do anything. So Jason, cage is installed.
Yep.
What do you think?
I love it. I really like the roof line. It gives it a really kind of cool, more low profile look. It's got built-in tabs for our lights. We got some vinyl lining on the roof here, which is really cool. So it just looks really good, and it really brings the car together.
It's getting closer.
Yep, getting excited. I'm starting to see what it's going to look like, so that's fun. Music makes you a better driver. You get out there and you start pumping, and it just gets that much more fun, and you really start getting into it more. Getting that Rockford Fosgate system in there, it's gonna help get in the mood and get in that headspace of driving out there and hitting the trails and stuff. It's a lot of fun when you have music.
Well, you hear purpose-built when you hear the audio system, like Rockford and Polaris purpose-built the first side-by-side or off-road audio system. Purpose-built doesn't get any more visual than our amplifiers. The Pro XP uses a 400-watt, 4-channel amplifier for the high speakers. As you can see, there's no knobs, there's no dials, there's no gains. It is literally sealed tight. You can take it, dunk it, wash it, and not have to worry about it. All the products that we built in here are purpose-built for the side-by-side. All that is really designed to last in the environment that it's going to be put in. With Pro XP, it starts off with a Stage 2. Stage 2 comes with a 400-watt amplifier and two 6.5-inch speakers. Depending on the platform you're at will depend on the source unit. It will integrate with Ride Command, and you can use all the control and functions of Ride Command. If it doesn't come equipped with Ride Command, then it comes with a PMX2, which is our aftermarket source unit that really is also purpose-built for this application as well. That's a big thing with us. We have to be loud. This vehicle specifically, we have I believe a 10-inch subwoofer, and then we're going to have four 6.5-inch speakers. So 2 up front, 2 in these pods that will mount directly behind the rear seat. So it really gives you a 360-degree encompassed audio experience.
So we've got the suspension on, wheels and tires, cage. Coming up next, we do all the cool stuff on the inside. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Project X is sponsored by HCR Racing, passion-driven, American-made. Aluma Trailers, ready to ride when you are. Cormark Metals, where technology and creativity meet. And by RZ Mask, breathe safe.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Our PRP build is halfway complete, and now it's time to finish it off. Let's install some cool techie stuff. We're gonna start right here with Rugged. So we can't do a build without comms, and of course we can't do it without Steve from Rugged, but I feel like there's a little friction going on.
The friction?
Yeah. Is it gonna be the Rugged blue or the PRP blue? There's a little bit of challenge right here, man.
You know, at least they're going with the theme. So we're good. We're in
Sticking
good
with
shape.
blue, we're also going with new.
New, absolutely.
Yeah.
RDM, digital. The digital revolution's here. Dual band, analog and digital. Fantastic radio. It'll talk to all the old stuff, and it'll talk in digital to digital handhelds, digital mobiles, you name it. Crystal clear.
You guys are always coming out with new products.
Always. It's our field. If we don't stay on top of it, we'll fall behind. The best feature about this is you can send text messages off of this radio. You can Bluetooth your phone in, listen to music, talk on the phone. If somebody calls, you can answer it. You can change your song, turn your music up, do whatever. It's all done right on the face of the intercom. Really, really cool. Plus, open mic in the car, you can talk all you want.
Yep, this is what we're putting in the machine. We chose the GT3. It is our 3rd generation of our popular GT seat. It's a nice mid-containment seat, so it gives you some nice hold, but it's not too much, too excessive, still not too hard to get in and out of. We actually used our Daytona blue on this. It's kind of our PRP blue. It's about as close as we get as far as our vinyls go. And we accented that to kind of match the outside of the vehicle with the Daytona light gray here, just to give it a nice bright look, but you know, have a cool contrast and tone it down a little bit. We're excited how they turned out. So we got our GT3 seats for the rear of the Pro XP. The Pro XP Polaris did a pretty cool thing with the fold flat seats, so you have room when you don't have a rear passenger. You can take the back seats out, fold them flat, and you can put a bunch of stuff back here. So we did the same thing with our GT3s. You just take out the back seat, and then you fold it flat, and you got plenty of room for storage. We have a whole line of different harnesses. What's really nice about those is they're sewn together at the lap. So you're not kind of digging around and feeling around for a lot of different pieces to the harness. It just latches right in and you're good to go. I also have our steering wheel and hub. So we have a fixed hub that goes on all the Polaris models, and it fits the Pro XP as well as the XP 1000 or Turbo S or anything like that.
Baja Designs is the premier lighting company in the off-road industry. We've been in business since 1992, and we make a wide variety of LED lights for off-road vehicles. In front of me here we have applications specific to the Polaris Pro XP, but these lights can be mounted essentially anywhere. So we have everything from near field to spotlights. We have our long distance projecting racer lights, laser lights, even reverse lights and tail lights. So everything you need to get full coverage around the vehicle wherever you are. Lights are added safety and they're added confidence when you're off-road, so the more the merrier in most cases.
Storage is a huge deal as well for most Polarises out there. We have door bags, overhead bags, center bags. There's a lot of options there to make sure you have all the storage you need, and you can, stash all your sunglasses and extra stuff, wherever you need to.
So while most people know us for our seats and harnesses, one of our biggest sellers is storage for pretty much any Polaris RZR. And here we have our bag with a knee pad for the stock doors, and it's got a nice big storage spot right here. You can kind of store all your extra water bottles, rags, sunglasses, things like that in here. On the bottom, you have a pad that's in here. If you don't want to use it as a pad, you can pull out the foam and have an extra storage there. So we have this both for the front doors and the rear doors.
We custom built actually some door bags with the knee pads. So usually we just make them in black with a little trim on them, a different color. So we custom built to match our whole interior styling. And of course we can do that. So those are all blue with the little gray trim and stuff. But again, they fit right in those openings in the door frame, which makes them really nice and form-fitting on the machine and makes it look real slick. This is really our core is seats, storage, and harnesses. So we wanted to make sure we made everything just for this. Yeah, it turned out awesome. So even when we were building and testing it and testing all the pieces and stuff like that, we never really got it all together. We just made sure everything kind of worked. So it's really cool to see it all together and really cool to see it come together. The dream of keeping the outside kind of mellow and gray and really highlighting the inside of the build was what we were going for, since we're really a focused interior kind of company with all of our products. Really excited to see it come together, really excited to take it out on the trails and see how it goes.
The build is done. The guys did a great job. It looks awesome. It's as clean as you're ever gonna see it, because coming up next, we're gonna take it for a spin. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Polaris Adventures, adventure everywhere. Rockford Fosgate, purpose-built audio. And by Super ATV, the leader in aftermarket parts and accessories.
Welcome back to DP. We are out in the desert just east of Temecula, getting ready to test our latest Project X build. What do you say we take a few hot laps?
We are out at TCB Ranch. It's just east of Temecula area, and just some nice tracks and trails out here to really test out our build. I was a little worried about the blue being a little too much, but I think it really works well, especially with some of the other interior accents. And we really wanted to highlight the interior of the build, because that's where PRP mostly lives. That's where most of our products are. We got seats, harnesses, storage. So we wanted to make sure that was the part that really popped. So we came up with the idea of a whole gray exterior, all down as you've seen to the powder coating on the A-arms and the springs. And the cage, everything's all gray, and then the interior really pops with a lot of nice bright blue color. We named it Bruce, after a certain great white shark people may have seen in a kids movie, because we thought it was very shark-like in the The nose of the machine kind of has a shark overbite, so that kind of inspired us. We got Madigan Motorsports, did our cage and the front bumper, and a bed enclosure, which is really cool. Then we got Method and Tensor, so Method did the wheels. A lot of people like to powder coat the wheels, and that does look cool, but we wanted to kind of let them shine. No pun intended. HCR did the suspension. Shock Therapy did our shocks. That's one of the things I'm really excited about. We sent them the stock shocks and they retuned them, put new springs on them. And another just must-have, I think, for a UTV build is a good intercom system so you can talk to your passengers. So we went with Rugged Radios. We got their new digital radio as well, their intercom system. Otherwise, you're yelling over the motor, and it just helps everybody kind of chat and talk while you're on the road. Yeah, no, this is the shakedown, man. We'll be out on the trails here and just test out how the thing handles overall. Well, it handled awesome. Out there on the whoops, it just ate him up like I knew it would. The GT3 seats are very cushy, very comfortable to ride in. I'm super stoked the way everything turned out. You know, we built this in a couple of weeks, but it all came together really well. It all works awesome, and we're super excited to keep testing it and keep playing in it. Bruce is a beast, man. He did great out there. A lot of fun to drive.